Welcome to my channel, detailing events throughout the decades. 2003 Columbia Space Shuttle disaster. Space Shuttle Columbia had first gone into space in April 1981, and had successfully completed 27 missions before, and this would be its 28th. Columbia left Earth for the last time on January 16, 2003. On board Columbia were 7 crew members. Rick Husband, Commander. Michael Anderson, Payload Commander. David Brown, Mission Specialist. Cal Panichala, Mission Specialist. Laurel Clark, Mission Specialist. William McCool, Pilot. And Ilan Ramon, Payload Specialist from the Israeli Space Agency. During their mission, the crew would spend 24 hours a day doing science experiments in 2 shifts. During their 16 days in space, NASA was investigating a foam strike that had taken place during the mission launch. It was thought that around 82 seconds after Columbia had lifted off, a piece of foam had fallen from a bipod ramp, which was part of the structure that attached the external tank to the shuttle. During the video of the launch, it was found that the foam struck Columbia's left wing. It was February 1 that Columbia was set to make its usual landing approach to Kennedy Space Center, just before 9 a.m. However, in mission control, temperature readings from the sensors located on the left wing had been lost. Then the pressure readings from the left side of the shuttle also disappeared. Columbia were called to discuss the tire pressure readings, but during the communication, Rick Husband was cut off in mid-sentence. Mission Control made several attempts to contact Columbia, but had no success. A hole in the left wing was allowing atmospheric gases enter into the shuttle as it went through its re-entry, leading to the total loss of Columbia and all its crew. The search for Columbia's debris took several weeks. It had fallen over 2,000 square miles. Eventually, around 84,000 pieces were recovered, which was about 40% of the wreckage of Columbia. Among these pieces were crew members' remains, which had to be identified using DNA. It has been speculated that the crew had probably survived the initial breakup of Columbia but lost consciousness seconds after the cabin lost pressure. The crew were thought to have died as the shuttle disintegrated. But we will never fully know this for sure. This had been the second fatal accident in the Space Shuttle program. After the disaster, the Space Shuttle flight operations were suspended for more than 2 years, and the construction of the International Space Station was put on hold. The next shuttle flight did not take place until July 2006. The Space Shuttle program was eventually retired in July 2011. In its time, 135 missions had taken place. In 2015, the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Center opened the first NASA exhibit to display debris from both the Challenger disaster and the Columbia disaster. This also includes personal artifacts from each of the 14 astronauts who were killed in the 2 disasters. This exhibit is called Forever Remembered. There have been several memorials dedicated to the crew killed on board Columbia, which includes the Challenger Columbia Stadium in League City, Texas, and is named in honor of the victims of both Challenger and Columbia disasters. We forever remember those 7 crew members who were killed that fateful day. May you always be remembered. Thank you for watching and learning about these events from history. Please subscribe to my channel to view other events throughout the decades.